come from the shock. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Uju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980, Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Where the drums at?
About her, petty, don't matter. Far as the teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one, and we are underway from Ford Field. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Allen's throw is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. Oh, he's And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now a toss left side. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Down inside the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Elliott going to get it again on second down, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott now. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. And that's out to the flat for Swift. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Allen now looks to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw again on second down, Prescott. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big pickup of 38. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Toss left to Elliott. And he's got room. Touchdown, Detroit. Ezekiel Elliott. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards for number 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 40 now on second down. Allen. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Prescott. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Tyquan Thornton with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Allen. He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Odafe Owe so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He's going to air one out. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Second and 8 coming up. Now Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Romeo Doubs. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 5th catch of the game for him there. Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, 32 yards. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 26. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Prescott, Thornton hauls it in. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Running wide side, Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
A first down throw for Prescott. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Elliott will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Allen's throw here into the hands of Jones. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Swift going to try up the middle. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Allen. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On play action, Allen steps away. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Allen. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 130 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. To try again after the sack, Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Darnell Mooney
from 10 yards out.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Prescott on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
On the counter, Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
There's Chris Olave.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
To the 27-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
His throw incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To the air, Allen.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Johnson's got it complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Allen. And the catch made by Johnson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Allen. This complete to Jones. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got it.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's Swift.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Eagles get a bit closer. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one of our early window games here in week